Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. This morning, bright and early, we're getting ready to make a smoothie. And I wanted to do this smoothie this morning because I'm going to use some Gala apples. And I had one of my subscribers ask about the smoothies because I mentioned it when I was doing the apple little video for freezing apples. So I've done several videos and they're all on my website, southernfrugal.com, under breakfast. I think the title is Breakfast Really Fast or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do another video on a smoothie, and this is one we have very frequently. Alright. See if I can position this camera. It's early in the morning and I'm not a very good morning person. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is do the bananas. Now these are, this is a Dole banana, and I buy them by the bushel, and I freeze my bananas. So we have pretty much bananas in our smoothie every day. So the first thing I'm going to do, I took it out of the freezer about 10 minutes ago. And I'm going to go ahead and peel it. Now the peeling comes off the banana really easy when they're just partially thawed out. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right in the blender. Now the blender is just slightly off camera over here. Alright, here's the other one. So I just cut the end off, peel one section down, and just grab the bottom section. And most of the strings come off. You might have to take some of them out, but there's the frozen banana, partially thawed. So I'm going to put that in. And I'm going to also put an orange in. Now, I've gotten these oranges because I'm going to make orange rolls today, but normally I freeze my oranges too, and the next time I buy a bushel of oranges, I'm going to do a video on that. So now I'm going to peel my apples, and I'm putting all my peelings in a little plastic container that's, and then I'm going to put it out in the compost. Alright, so let me turn the camera up a little bit so you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this Gala apple, and I've already washed them. So I try to do the smoothies in the morning just as fast as I can. And we always pretty much put 2 apples in the smoothies every morning. And I guess I just believe that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So for that reason, I go ahead and put 2 apples in, regardless of the type of smoothie that it is, because you really don't taste them that much. I just cut the center out because I sure don't want that in there. Now I did watch a video not too long ago with a person doing a smoothie with those big fancy blender type things. And the juicers, or whatever they're called, I'm not sure what they're called. They're a great big large type of blender, smoothie maker, I don't know what they're called. But anyway, they took the apple and just cut the apple in 2 and put everything in the blender. Seeds, all, everything. And I'm sure it blended it up, but apparently the people who are doing those videos don't know that, see that little apple seed? Apple seeds are poisonous. Birds won't even eat apple seeds. So I'm not sure why they were doing that. I guess in order for it to harm a human, you'd have to eat a lot of them, but I'm not going to eat them, that's for sure. So they're not going in the smoothies. So, alright, so now I'm just going to rinse these off again. Just because from studies they've shown that apples probably retain more insecticides than any other fruit. And so therefore I don't use the peeling usually, and I also take those center sections out. I'm going to just move the thing here. Now, I put my apples in the middle. I put the bananas in first, and the reason I do that is because some of the way I cut the apples, a couple of them will get caught, you know, under the little blender blade, and you'll have a little chunk of apple in your smoothie. So I try to make sure I put the bananas in first, or if I'm using grapes, I put the grapes in first. Now I also, of course, freeze my grapes, the bananas, I freeze the oranges, and they all do really, really well because we have smoothies every single morning. And if there's ever a morning that we don't have them, it would probably be on Sunday or when we have to go somewhere really early. All right, I'm going to do the orange now. Now this is a navel orange. So I'm just going to take the peeling off. And usually navel oranges, of course, don't have any seeds in them. And so you don't have to worry about the seeds too much. However, every once in a while you find an orange that does have a seed. So because of that, because I don't want to be eating orange seeds, even if they're ground up, what I do is separate the orange, pull that pith, is what it's called, that stringy white stuff. I just peel as much of that off as I can get off. And then I just look them over and see if I see any seeds. Now when they're frozen, it really works out better because what I do to freeze the oranges is go ahead and peel them, and I do use the navel oranges. And while they're still frozen, you can actually take a knife and cut out that little stringy section. All right, now this is exactly what I was talking about. There's a seed. So when you cut out that little middle section, you can see now little small seeds aren't going to hurt anything. So let me cut this center section out. You'll need to have a serrated little knife in order to do that. Alright, so now I know there are no real seeds in that one. I'm going to do the same here. You just cut down that center section there after you've broken the orange in quarters. If there's a seed in there, you'll find it. Alright, so this one's fine too. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Again, quartering the orange after you've peeled it, then just slicing down. So now I can see there are no seeds there. Alright, I'm going to put that all in. Rinse my hands off a bit. Alright, so now I'm ready for the peanut butter. Now I use the peanut butter in a smoothie, and if I don't use peanut butter, I use cooked chickpeas that really don't have any seasoning in them. And I do that for the protein. Let's see if you can see that. The protein on this in 2 tablespoons, see if you can see that, is 7 grams. And I think that's as much as an egg. So I'm going to try my best to get 4 tablespoons into this smoothie of peanut butter. And obviously I don't really measure it out because too much trouble for one thing. So that's maybe 4 tablespoons or maybe a little more. Now, here's the thing. Putting the peanut butter in it will cause you to not get hungry. We usually don't eat lunch until 1 or 1:30 every day. And so really the peanut butter holds us very, very well. Alright, now we're ready to start blending. By the way, I've got a little Amazon link on this blender also on my website. Alright, now for the liquid, we're going to use some almond milk. Now I use either Silk almond milk or I use the Almond Breeze. And I had to get the 60, but they've got a 30 calorie one out, and sometimes I do that. because I really don't want all that sugar. So I'm going to pour enough in to cause this to be able to break down in the blender. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do it while the video's on so you can see that it doesn't take very long. That's all it takes, just probably about a minute or less. Okay, here it is, all blended up. Now I could have blended it just a little more, maybe, if I'd wanted to. So these are 20-ounce glasses, and if there's, you know, depending on how much I make, I usually put more in my husband's glass because I think he needs more calories than I do. There it is, a very healthy breakfast, and you're getting probably all your vitamin C, and I would guess probably 30, maybe even 50% of your fiber, and you're getting the protein from the peanut butter, so very good. So this is the way I use apples. Now, when I make the one with the sweet potatoes and all, I still put apples in it. And so anytime I'm making a smoothie, it's going to be one or the other. It's going to be sweet potatoes or it's going to be bananas to be able to get the potassium that you need. And you need to get those all those vitamins and minerals early in the morning. And this will definitely give you energy. And I promise you, 20 ounces, you will not be hungry until about 1 or 1:30 if you eat about 7:30. Okay, that's it. I hope you'll try this. See you next time.